Hello brides and grooms out there. Are you thinking about dancing at your wedding, but you're terrified with the idea of how much time it's going to take to get you there?
Some couples don't even do their first dance because they're so overwhelmed with all the thought of lessons, practices, and all the choreography that they have to learn. But we're here to tell you that there's an easier way.
That's right. In this video, we're going to go over 5 tips that you can do right now and throughout the time between now and your wedding so that you save yourself some time and stress.
For those of you who haven't met us, this is Joel.
Hi, and this is Clara.
And we've been teaching busy couples like yourselves for over 15 years.
That's right. Busy medical professionals, entrepreneurs, people that are busy with work, family, and social lives too, have fun on the dance floor, learning how to dance together in the shortest amount of time possible.
Now let's dive into tip number 1.
It might be the most important tip out of all of them, except for maybe tip number 5.
Yeah. So tip number 1 is don't stick to a choreographed routine.
That's right. We would rather have you change your approach to what we call our home base strategy.
This is what we suggest for all our couples, and it keeps the dance looking natural and it's stress-free.
Exactly. Traditional approaches with choreography are really strict and you have to adhere to all of these steps, which produces way too much stress and takes way too much time to learn and to dance.
So if you're looking to save time, then you want to stick to the home base approach, and we're going to show you a simple home base pattern.
To keep things absolutely simple for you guys, we're going to show you a side basic where we're dancing together in dance position and we're just grooving together nice and slowly with our pretend music.
To the imaginary music, that's what I was going to say. So all we're doing is we're transferring weight from foot to foot in a sideways manner.
Exactly. Yeah. And here we're able to groove together until we decide to do something different and make it a little bit more interesting.
Yeah, and the home base approach is where we will go and do something a little bit more interesting and then come back to our home base pattern again. Gives the time for the lead to think about what they want to lead next. And it just sets us back together again and with good connection.
Exactly. This home base happens to be one of the most simple things you can do. You can do much more complicated ones as you start to become more confident dancing together, whether it's a side tap action, box steps, or anything like that.
So if you want to keep it nice and simple, just do your side basic. It's a very versatile step that goes with almost any type of music.
Exactly. And if you'd like to learn a little bit more about our home base approach, we do have a masterclass that's free for everyone to look and watch, and there'll be a link in the description below for that.
Tip number 2 is to learn the skills that will allow you to dance together comfortably and naturally.
Exactly. We want to have some sort of variety when we're dancing, not just to be in our comfortable home base the whole time. So most of these skills are going to be based on the gentleman leading the lady and the lady following. So this is the main idea within these skills.
Yeah, which keeps it stress-free and very easy to do.
Exactly.
We're building connection together so that we're listening and following the different body actions that are happening.
Exactly.
And instead of memorizing choreography.
So what we just showed there was a simple inside underarm turn for the lady. And this is by far the most important skill or dance move that we want you guys to learn.
I'm sure you've seen it in a bunch of pictures, in a bunch of videos, movies, whatever.
Exactly. And so learn that skill of underarm turns, and you can change them whether they're turning to the left, to the right, whether they're staying on the spot, whether they're passing into different spaces. And that variety can make a lot more of an interesting action within your dancing.
Definitely. The other skill that you probably want to learn for your wedding dance is the dip for the ending.
All right, so let's go into a dip. Just kind of look like this. Here's a nice little simple dip where we're going zip down and then we come back up.
Yeah. We've actually done a video on the dip that we'll put a link to up there, which talks about how to get into the dip, how to do the dip, and the different variations that you have there.
Exactly. You can use the dip when the music gets really big, if there's a big crescendo in your piece of music, or you can do it at the end like what Clara's saying and have a nice quintessential finishing pose.
Which makes for a nice photo finish.
Exactly. The main thing that we want you guys to understand whenever you're building these skills, like I said at the beginning of this segment, is that gentlemen, we are leading, and ladies, you are following. So what we're going to do here is, here's a little exercise you guys can do.
Where Gentlemen, you are leading us to separate, and so you're giving us your body weight, and we are responding by then stepping backwards.
Exactly. So play around with this, guys. Don't make it too predictable. And Claire right now doesn't know when I'm actually leading her out. And this actually is what is going to be starting to build the connection and our skill to have a nice, natural, connected dance together.
Yeah, and when you've done it a few times and you're used to it, you can actually have a little conversation while you're doing it, and it makes it so much more fun than being in your head too much. Before we go into tip number 3, let us know how much time do you have before your wedding, and if you think it's enough time to learn a few skills.
Write it down in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you guys.
Now, of course, to get good at doing these skills, we need practice.
Exactly, but not hours and hours of practice. A lot of times people think, oh, I have to spend 4 hours on the weekend just to make sure that I get my dance right.
How's that going to be fun?
That's not fun at all, and it's a waste of your time.
Yes. Keep your practices short but frequent, and think of practice as playtime.
Exactly. We always suggest for couples to have dinner and then have a short dance afterwards. Make it a routine, make it a habit of dinner and then dancing.
Yeah, dinner and dancing. Whoever thought? It goes really well together, doesn't it?
Exactly. And it doesn't have to be, again, hours and hours of dancing after dinner. It could be 1 or 2 songs and that's it.
Yes, and you don't even have to use your song necessarily. You can play whatever's on your playlist, a couple songs, and just groove to it. That way, you're still practicing your skills, but not necessarily getting bored of your song.
Exactly. We don't want to be bored of listening to the same song over and over for months on end. That's no fun.
That's right. So keep it fresh, keep it short, and frequent.
Tip number 4 is for you guys who crave structure within your dance.
Instead of choreography, you can have a game plan. This is what we suggest to all our couples, to formulate a game plan as you're practicing your skills.
Exactly. It needs to be organic. It needs to be you. And as you're practicing, you will naturally find a flow between one figure and the next. It's not pre-programmed like choreography is.
And as you practice these skills, you might start to find that you hear a cue in the music that gives you that feeling like you want to do a certain move.
Exactly. So instead of saying, I'm going to count 10 bars of music and I'm going to do this one move, which is actually really robotic, think about, well, you know, when they change from one verse to a chorus, and that really now incites or it kind of gets you to go into something new. That's the perfect idea instead of memorizing choreography.
We've done a few game plan videos as well that you can check out, and they also show you how we can change from one move to the next.
And our 5th tip for you guys is to find a professional teacher to help you achieve your goals with the shortest amount of time possible.
There are many teachers out there that will take the strict choreography approach. They'll teach you step by step, every move, and with each beat.
Exactly. It's a lot of time and effort in going that route, and we suggest that you find teachers that have, we'll say, the more new, flexible approach that will save you a lot more time.
Make sure that their focus is on communication and connection so that you can learn those dance skills together very easily and naturally.
Instead of feet, foot patterns, and foot timing.
Too much stress, and it takes way too much time.
And to save even more time, make sure you get professional help, because going through YouTube videos and trying to figure it out yourselves is actually going to take you a lot longer than having a lesson and learning from a teacher.
Having someone there that can help you problem solve and get those bad habits out the door right away is the best way to go and the most time efficient.
Exactly. But speaking of time efficiency, if you guys don't want to spend the time to drive around time, to make calls, to send emails, to find teachers that might have the right approach for you guys, then look no further.
We're right here.
Exactly. Hello. We do have an online course that's helping couples from all around the world have fun learning how to dance together in the fastest time possible.
The best thing about it is you can consume the material anytime you please from your own home.
Exactly.
So you don't have to drive across town to go to the studio, and you don't have to book a lesson with a teacher and make sure all your schedules match.
Exactly. Flexibility is something that's wonderful with our online course. Plus, you still get personalized feedback from Joel and Clara specific to your own dancing.
That's right. So you can send your videos to us anytime you like, and we will send videos back. So again, there's no scheduling required.
Exactly. It's like your own YouTube channel, just from Joel and Clara. How cool is that? So to learn a little bit more about that, we suggest you click the link down below. There you can find a link to book a call directly with Joel and Claire and learn more about what we do for couples all around the world.
That's right. And we'll see if the program's a good fit for you. If not, well, we had fun chatting.
Exactly.
Trust us, there'll be lots of laughs because that's just what we do.
Just like this. Exactly. Yep. Also, down in the description below, there are other resources available for you. So take a look, click away, and learn more about what we have to offer for you guys.
Yeah, we've got lots of tips and tricks. If you like the video that you saw today, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell down below.
Thanks again for watching, you guys. We'll see you in the next video.
Bye.